you. Welcome guys to the Meet Damien live stream. I am Damien, and today's live stream we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about the price of oil. We'll talk about some of these other cryptocurrencies. Put in your requests if you guys any cryptocurrencies you want to take a look at. We'll take a look at them here on the charts here. But what I want to first take a look at is the price of Bitcoin, and what I saw was potential hidden bearish divergence. Let me go ahead and get rid of some of these lines here on the chart. I know I got the moving averages and some other stuff to look at here. But what we're seeing right now on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin is we're seeing lower highs here, okay, still, okay. While at the same time, if we look at the RSI, we've just seen a higher high being formed on the RSI indicator here. Let me go ahead and put that on screen real quick here. But you are making higher highs here on the RSI. We've seen the RSI get as high as 74, okay, 74 on the RSI on the 4-hour chart, compared to what it was here back in Wednesday when it was at 59 for an RSI, okay, and that was when Bitcoin was at a higher price. We saw Bitcoin last Wednesday as high as 72K, but today we only got as high as about 70,300. So yeah, that is a problem here. That is hidden bearish divergence. It means that we could continue going down the lower prices here for Bitcoin, and I know you guys probably don't want to hear that, but that's what we're seeing on the charts right now. This could be another lower high compared to the lower high that we saw last Tuesday, March 24th here. Let me just check in the chat, see what you guys have to say about things so far. Did I see booking.com stock price? Is that a request? If that's a request, we can take a look at that as one of the first requests here. Thank you, Joe W, for mentioning that. But yeah, that 4-hour hidden bearish divergence is something that I've seen not only on Bitcoin, but I also saw it on Solana. I did take a short on Solana, and Solana is also doing the lower high thing here, where we saw Solana get as high as like $86.03 here on Wednesday, April 1st. And then, today, obviously, we've seen it get as high as like $83. That's still a lower high, right? However, on the RSI, they're making higher highs, okay? What this is showing that buyers are doing their hardest and darnest to push the price of Solana up, but it's just not good enough to get back to where we were last week. So that's hidden bearish divergence. I'm seeing that on Solana. I'm also seeing that on Bitcoin. And that's one of the reasons why I took out a short on Solana. If I go into MEXC, MEXC is one of my favorite exchanges I like to trade on. And I did take a short, a 20x Solana short here. Got in at $82.34 earlier today, this morning. And Solana's at 81 bucks. Nothing too crazy, but I think I could take the Solana short all the way down to like $75 here. See, I got the another chart up here, but I believe I could take Solana down to like $75. That's what I'm going to be aiming for here on Solana. Big Bro says, are we going to dump or what? Yeah, I think we do. We are going to see a dump here because we just paying attention to the news and also looking at the charts, but from what I know with the news, Donald Trump said that he was looking for a ceasefire deal, and Iran said no to that. And because Iran said no, Trump said that they're going to bomb them to the Stone Ages. Basically, there's going to be more attacks and more fighting going on in the Middle East, and that's not good for the price of oil, which is not good for stock prices, for inflation. So that's going to be a problem here. So yeah, I do see a dump coming here. And you said something about the SPY. I think you're talking about like the S&P 500. Yeah, that's going to be bad for stocks if the United States. Donald Trump is talking about blowing up power plants and bridges. He said like tomorrow is power plant day. If they don't get a deal by the end of tomorrow. I think he said like 8 p.m. Eastern time. But that could, I don't know. They could start earlier than that. And then I heard like something about Trump then said something about 12 o'clock tonight. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be happening tonight or tomorrow night. But, you know, it's looking like Iran doesn't want to doesn't want to deal. They're okay with where things are at right now. And yeah, I actually did enter a short. I entered a short on Solana. Okay, and I'm actually long in oil right now using Coinbase Exchange. But yeah, let's. We did have a request here, I believe, for Booking.com. So let's go ahead and take a look at Booking.com. And we can always go back and look at the price of Bitcoin again and Solana if you want to. But Booking.com, something's going on over there. We are looking at the price of Booking.com at $176.19, up 5% today. If we go into the daily chart, see what it looks like on the daily. The daily time frame, it looks fine to me. I mean, we had a nice green candle here, but actually I just take that back. I said it looks fine to me. It actually doesn't look fine to me. It looks fine for me to try to enter a long. That's the reason I got my day trading brain going on right now. I'm like, oh, I could catch a dip here, right? But this is bad for a long-term investor because you're making lower highs here while making lower lows. So long-term investing wise, not the greatest. Okay, unless you got into it a long time ago. This thing has gone up and to the right the last 3-4 years now. So still not so bad. Okay, I think this is just an area where you could catch a dip, a correction, and maybe buy cheaper prices than what you would have got like a month or 2 months ago. But right now, I mean, if you bought a month or 2 months ago, you're probably sweating a little bit of bullets right now because we have entered basically a downtrend where you're making lower lows and making lower highs here. And my signals indicator here, my DeluxeAlgo signals indicator, tell me that the next thing that we need to do is short this thing. Okay, you did get a long signal here on the end of February, but it's telling you that cancels out because we got a short signal here. However, this, if we continue having a few more good green days where we're up 5% the next day and the day after that, then maybe this gets canceled out with a long signal here coming up on the daily time frame. Let's see. MEXC says, what do I use for indicators here? I use a few indicators here. I got a DeluxeAlgo indicator here, which is an invite only. It is a paid subscription that you can put onto TradingView here. But the DeluxeAlgo indicator is a pretty cool indicator to use. It tells you the long and short signals here. You also get, with that indicator, you get another one called the money flow divergence indicator. And this tells you, as well, you get a green buy dot telling you that April 1st was a good day to buy. Okay, that was last week. And then you can see what the money flow is doing as well. Money flow is in the negative, so it's a little bit iffy to be buying. But, I mean, you could be buying the dip here with that green buy dot that just fired off last April 1st. So that's another DeluxeAlgo indicator that I use. And then the other indicators that I use besides Delux is I use the RSI, which we've seen me talk about that with the hidden bearish divergence on Bitcoin early in this live stream. And then I also like using the MACD indicator, which is a momentum indicator that helps me figure out, what the momentum and trend might be. And this looks like we're starting to do a trend where we're going to see some bullish price action on Booking.com right now. You got a MACD crossover to the upside, the blue line crossing the orange line to the upside. I think that should be good and indicative. I might be saying that wrong. Indicative that we could see higher prices here for Booking.com. Okay, after having like a shallow dip here on the MACD indicator. But if you're interested in getting some of those paid indicators here, like I got the DeluxeAlgo indicator giving me the signals here. If you're interested in that, and I know you're on TikTok, you can go on to the Meet Damon TikTok, right? Don't forget to follow me if you haven't done so already, if you're new to the channel here. But you click on that link tree in my bio right there, and it will take you to the Meet Damien link tree where you can actually see the links here to join various exchanges as well as a free Discord. I do have a free Discord for you to join. You can talk to me when I'm not live. But you were asking about the indicators, the DeluxeAlgo indicator. If you click on this link here, it will take you to the DeluxeAlgo website. And let me go ahead and just click that right here. Usually I have it fired up, ready to go, but yep, here we go. Okay, so DeluxeAlgo indicator website looks like this. If you use the link that I am, from my bio, the referral link, then you, instead of paying $199 for this for these indicators, you'd only pay $49.99. You're saving about 75% off, and that's on a limited time basis here. I'm not sure how long they're gonna have this sale here, but this is only for one time. It's not like a monthly fee. Pay $49 and you get those indicators. I think the long and short signal indicator is worth the price of that subscription fee to begin with. So might help you out with your trading. Let's see. King Louis says it means nothing. We're one tweet away from being cooked. Yeah, it really does feel that way. It really does feel that way. You know, with Donald Trump, he could say anything, and it will just totally throw your trades off. I've seen that happen to me. I've seen other people complain about that in the Discord, in the Meet Gaming Discord. I've complained about it, so I know exactly what you mean by we're one tweet away from being cooked. All right, now CS says we just flipped bullish on the MACD on the daily and weekly for what asset are we talking about here? King Louis says, is that Market Cipher? It is similar to Market Cipher B, the DeluxeAlgo indicator here. You do have your money flow, right? You got your momentum, you got your green buy dot, your red sell dot. You got your RSI, it shows you when you're overbought, and then your RSI here when you're oversold. Okay, so it is similar to Market Cipher B, but you know, you get other indicators here. Let me see if I can show you the other indicators here. If I go into my favorite indicators here, you got DeluxeAlgo trade right there. DeluxeAlgo trade with the money flow and divergence. Delux trap star. Okay, those are the 3 indicators that you get when you sign up for the DeluxeAlgo trading website. All right, let's see. Says, is it too late to short now on Bitcoin? Missed the take profit, was busy with some stuff. And then Nasir says, oh, Bitcoin and Ethereum is showing that a flip on the bullish on the daily and weekly. All right, we'll take a look at Ethereum actually, since you mentioned it. We haven't looked at Ethereum yet. And Messi says, is it too late to short now on Bitcoin? I guess we'll take a look at Bitcoin as well on the smaller day trading time frames, like the 1-hour chart. Let's look at Ethereum first, because you know, my buddy here, Nasir, says that we flipped bullish on the MACD indicator. So he said daily and weekly. Okay, so on the daily, you just look at the MACD indicator here. It looks like we're trying to do a MACD crossover to the upside. Okay, now we need to see follow through. We need to see like more green buying pressure coming along here, pushing prices higher for Ethereum. So I see what you mean by that. Okay, we need something like this where, you know, we get the MACD crossover to the upside, like we saw back here in the middle of February around Valentine's Day. We need that green buying pressure, green like that. Okay, if this ends up being a little bit of green and then light green and then going into red, that's not good. That's no bueno. Okay, that is not good. All right, something like this, you know, where, yeah, you know, you could get a MACD crossover to the upside like you saw here in December, but look how weak that was. You got like very little buying pressure, and then it turned into selling pressure. You do not want that. Okay. Let's go back to looking at Ethereum on the weekly. See, because you did mention that we had something going on here with the MACD. There's a potential MACD crossover to the upside here on Ethereum's weekly chart. If we continue just going up to higher prices here, the selling pressure will die off and turn into green buying pressure, and that's very good to see, especially on a big time frame like the weekly chart. That's very good to see. Okay, last time we had something like that was like May of last year, right? May of last year, we saw selling pressure die off, turn into green buying pressure, got the MACD crossover to the upside, and I believe, you know, that was like, yeah, that was like around this time when Ethereum was at like as low as like $1,700, and then we started going up to higher prices in June, and then July was when Ethereum ended up trying to climb up all the way back up to like $4,000, and then hitting an all-time high in August, a new all-time high. We might get something like that. I don't know. I'm not saying that we are, but you know, that is very good to see on the weekly time frame. Now, you know, don't get caught up on just one indicator here, because we could, you know, we could get a fake out. We might not get the MACD crossover. Like, look what happened here in the beginning of January, right? You saw selling pressure dying off. You had the blue line ready to cross the orange line to the upside, but it didn't. You got a fake out. Selling pressure started increasing again. Could something like that happen with Ethereum, where selling pressure starts increasing again, you get a fake out, and we end up going to lower prices? I don't know, you got to be on the watch out for that, all right? Can't just be relying on just one indicator. It does help to look at that one indicator, the MACD indicator, to figure out what might happen, what is going on, try to look for trends here. But just keep in mind that, you know, we could just roll up, start selling it again. So, you know, it's not just one indicator is going to give you all the information that you need. Now Sarah says bullish divergence, maybe. Maybe. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick here, because we had a guy here that was asking about shorting Bitcoin. He felt like he missed out on the short on Bitcoin. We're going to go into the day trading time frames, the 1 hour time frame here. The 1 hour time frame shows that Bitcoin, you know, topped out at 70,300. And I mean, yeah, you know, it would have been great had you short at 70,300 or in the 70K area. I don't know if you kind of missed out on the short. You could probably still short. Maybe you're not going to put your stop loss at the top of at the high for today. Probably put the stop loss on the 1 hour candle chart here, maybe above this last high at 69,990, somewhere in that area. Maybe put it at 70K. Okay. I usually keep my stop losses tight anyways. Me personally, when I trade Bitcoin, I usually like to put my stop loss about like $500 away from the entry on the stop loss. So yeah, I might consider, you know, shorting Bitcoin if I was inclined to do so. I'm already in the short. I shorted Solana at like $82. It's only down $1 from where it was, but you know, give it some time. I think Solana is going to come down as well with Bitcoin. If things get bad and we see more attacks in the Middle East, I can see crypto selling off because of that. MEXC says you only have $150 in this for like spot bags, or are you talking about like for your day trading account? You can still do some damage with $150 in margin. You know, with 10x leverage, that becomes like a $1,500 trade. Bitcoin Bub says, go ahead, short Bitcoin. It's only fallen from 126 to 69K. You're saying, MEXC, you're waiting for Solana to go up to go to $45 or $50, and then you're going to buy 3,000 of it? That seems like a good idea. I'm actually interested in buying Solana myself when it gets like to $40. You know, 40 or $50 sounds a lot better than Solana at $80. Only $150 in futures. Yeah, I mean, you can still do some damage with $150 in your trading account. And, you know, I would set the stop loss. That way, you're only gonna lose like 1% of that. Or, I mean, yeah, you would. 1% of that would be about $1.50, $2. Make sure your stop loss doesn't take out more than $2 of your margin. But that's what I'd be doing if I only had $100 to play with. You can still play with it, right? Just if you get stopped out and you only lose $2, you can go back in. Now your account's only at $148. You can do it all over again. Just keep that in mind. All right. So yeah, we're analyzing Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. Let's see if we can look at the other indicators here. On the 1 hour time frame, very nasty and obvious bearish divergence. This is not hidden. This is just regular bearish divergence where Bitcoin is trying to climb up to higher prices here. However, you are making lower highs here on the RSI. So bearish divergence usually plays out where you're not going to go up to higher prices. You're probably going to either go sideways at best, or most likely come down to lower prices here. So I think the move hasn't played out in Bitcoin. You don't have the power and momentum to go up to higher prices, at least not on the 1 hour time frame. And then here on the 1 hour time frame, we got the MACD crossover to the downside. Selling pressure starting to show up. It's looking like Bitcoin wants to go to the lower prices as of now, just on the 1 hour time frame. And then looking at the DeluxeAlgo money flow indicator here, money flow is still solid in the green here, but you did get a red sell dot, and you can see that you're making lower highs here on the momentum, and the momentum, which is the gray stuff here, it's starting to go down and it's curving down. And then also you can see money flow is also curving down. So this could be the beginning of lower prices for Bitcoin here. Okay, once again, unfortunately. And then let's look at the smaller time frames, 50-minute time frame, before we move on to something else here. On the 50-minute time frame, looking at those indicators one more time. On the money flow indicator, yeah, money flow is still green, believe it or not, but you got a red sell dot, and momentum is now steeply going down negative here. Okay, so we got to watch out for that. Okay, and moving on to the MACD indicator here. MACD, this is wishy-washy action here. This is just, it's mainly like sideways trading is what you'll see if you get this. We got red, green, barely green, and red. But it looks like the trend is down. Okay, down for the 50-minute time frame here for Bitcoin's MACD indicator. And of course, you are also making lower highs here on the RSI. So just nothing really to get bullish about here. Now on the signals indicator, this is interesting. We did get a short signal, then followed by a long signal. So it is trying to tell us that maybe Bitcoin does do one more push up to higher prices. Maybe it ends up being a lower high. But if you wanted to day trade it like literally right now at this minute, you did get a long signal that says momentum should be pushing us to higher prices here. Maybe this ends up, this is looking like a higher low than what we had over here. Okay, so if you're day trading, just scalp trading it, maybe you could try to do a long right now, especially after you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles on the 15-minute time frame. You could try to catch this and see if you could sell right here at 69,900 or 70K. One more time. Yanati says down to B. And MEXC says, you tell them to leave me alone, trying to make some money. That's funny. MEXC says, haha, I'm sorry, man. Heard half what you said. People were singing happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you, MEXC. If today's your birthday, congratulations for making one more rotation around the sun here. Your birthday's falling on a historic day where they're flying around the moon again. Let's see. Bitcoin Bub 2U says nothing like not understanding margin. Go huge on leverage equals potential to borrow high interest loss. Yeah, you got to be careful with the leverage as well. Let's see. I want to talk about the price of oil because I am actually long in oil myself. So let's take a look at oil real quick here. We'll go into the daily time frame and then I'll go into the 1 hour time frame. But we do see that the price of oil, WTI, trading at $113 a barrel, $113.52 here. And right now on the Fibonacci, we've seen like oil, right? We've seen oil get as high as like $119. That's where I drew my Fibonacci here, and I took it all the way down to like where we started with oil. The impulse move took us to like $62 here. $62 to $119 gives me the Fibonacci numbers to look out for. We already hit the 786 retracement. We're expecting at least some resistance here. We had that last week, last Monday, last Tuesday. And then here, of course, on Thursday, things are looking pretty bad going into the weekend. We got a nice green candle that took us up to like $115 here. And now we're kind of like starting the beginning some bullish consolidation before I believe we make another leg up. But I think we're going to hit $119 a barrel oil. Maybe later on this week. Could even happen tomorrow. But, could we go past that? According to the Fibonacci, we got the 1272 saying that oil could get up to like $134. That's actually where I'm putting some of my take profit targets on my oil longs that I got. We also got a 1618 at $154. I'm not sure if that's going to happen anytime soon this week or this month. But maybe if the war continues on in the Middle East, you will see $154 barrel oil sometime probably before 4th of July. Usually 4th of July is always the most expensive time to be buying gasoline or oil because everybody's like celebrating, going on vacation, traveling, getting on their boat, spending gasoline on their boat rides and airplane tickets and all that stuff. So that's usually like the most expensive time to be buying oil, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see $150 barrel oil around 4th of July. And yeah, especially if this war in the Middle East is going to continue on here. But let's get into the day trading time frames now. On the 1 hour time frame, let's see what we got here for the signals indicator. We do got the long signal here that came in early this morning, was telling us the long oil. Okay, and you still got a nice uptrend here. You're still making higher lows here on the 1 hour time frame. You still got an uptrend going on here. You did get a short signal here, but that short signal just got canceled out by this long signal here. Okay, so I think, you know, oil does want to go up, but instead of like me thinking or having a feeling, why don't I just look at the other indicators here to see if that's the case? What's going on right now with the RSI? We are making lower highs here, so this is telling me that we're probably consolidating. We got bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame for oil. So I wouldn't really expect a spike up to higher prices anytime soon here. But it could give you an opportunity to at least start building up a position on oil if you are going to be bullish on oil. I am bullish on oil. That's why I've been doing it. I've been building up a position today, because I just think things are going to get worse before they get better. On the 1 hour time frame, so look at this. On the 1 hour time frame, we had the selling pressure dying down here this morning. It looked like we were about to get some buying pressure showing up, and then not really. We had a MACD crossover, and then it was just weak, right? So sometimes these MACD crossovers, they don't play out, especially on the smaller time frames. It could be suspect, but it was the idea that, you know, early this morning was probably the time to be buying cheaper oil. I did see it get down to like 108, 109, and of course now it's at 113, and we're just going sideways now. So on the 1 hour time frame, MACD crossover happened, but you didn't get the follow through. So this is just very weak sauce. Not what I want to see to be overly bullish on oil. And on the money flow divergence indicator here, we do have money flow is in the green still, and we had a green buy dot that came in just now. Green buy dot. So maybe we are going to see higher oil prices. Right now, I think the oil markets are not trading right now. Right, the price has been frozen. We're at like $113.54. Oh wait, it is actually trading. I'm about like, let's see. I know in the U.S. The oil markets, they stopped trading. They stopped trading around like 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that's like 3 o'clock where I'm at. And right now it's 4:14. So yeah, the oil markets are actually trading. We are. So you guys have the green buy dot here on the 1 hour time frame, saying it's time to possibly higher prices here for oil right now. All right. So let me just clean this things up here a little bit. Yeah, I think we might see $119 barrel oil. We're just trading basically on the 1 hour time frame potential bull flag here. And we could break out this bull flag and just make the next leg up to like $119, $120, which would be where oil was at in the first week of March. And then maybe we make another bull flag and we actually launch our way up to $130 here. I know that's gonna hurt for most regular people here. Not everybody's a day trader that can take advantage of, you know, oil prices rocketing up higher. But since we are day traders here, we could actually take advantage of this price rocketing up higher. Slap on some. I usually do like 10x leverage on my my oil longs here, and that's enough, you know, because usually you get like a 1%, 2% move in price, and you know, with 10x leverage, that's like 10%, 20%, and that's good enough for one day. But if you need more than that, you know, you can always do more leverage, but just know that you can get knocked out, because sometimes we do get like a 5 or 10% move in the price of oil, and with 10x leverage, you know, a 5% move up is like 50%, and then like a 10% move up is like 100%. You'll double your money. But if you're using more leverage than that, if you're using like 20 or 30 or 40x leverage, if you're using like 40x leverage and the price goes against you just like 2%, you're gonna lose 80% of your margin, whatever you put into that trade. So you gotta be careful with doing too much leverage there. Let's see. Yeah, Nani says you have the same feelings, but you have to hedge always. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if you want to. You know, we did see bullish. I mean, we did see bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame for oil right now. We're making lower highs here while making higher highs on the price. So I mean, we might see a pullback. I'm not sure when, but we might. I think if we go up to $119, we're definitely gonna pull back for sure. Yeah, and that could be a possible double top. You know, at $119. Yanadi says you are a pure option trader. Hey, that's another way to do day trades. You can do day trading as an options trader, trading options in the stock market. I believe they have single stock futures though. You could probably do like single stock futures on like some of the stocks out there like Apple and Nvidia. Let me just show you this here real quick. So I don't know if you're trading on cryptocurrency exchanges, but there are cryptocurrency exchanges where you can actually trade stocks too. And you can trade single stock futures. So right now, I have MEXC Exchange on the screen right now. This is MEXC, okay? You see that on the top left. We're looking at the price of Solana, which is a cryptocurrency, but I believe you can actually type in NVIDIA here. NVDA, right? Yeah, NVIDIA. And you can trade NVIDIA on MEXC Exchange, 0 fees, perpetual fees. There, you're trading a stock here. It shows that it's at $177.25 here, and you can trade leverage on MEXC, and you can trade leverage on NVIDIA here. Right now, I got it set at like 40x leverage here. Might want to dial that down just to stay in the trade here, maybe like 10x leverage or something like that. But you can trade leverage on NVIDIA using MEXC Exchange, which is pretty cool, right? And you can long or short NVIDIA. Right? Long, short, whatever you want to do here, okay? And if you're interested in starting up with MEXC Exchange, I do got links that you can get started with here on TikTok. You know, just go on to the Meet Damien TikTok. Thank you guys for following me back, or following me here. I'll follow some of you guys back here. I'll follow Crypto Chick and MEXC. Yeah. And yeah, here on TikTok, you know, just click on that Linktree link in my bio. It'll take you to the Meet Damien Linktree, and you got some exchanges you can work with here. MEXC and WEEX are some good cryptocurrency exchanges that allow you to trade stocks as well. You can trade NVIDIA long or short using leverage. I like MEXC because they have some of the lowest fees in the game, but sometimes they're a little bit strict. If you're in America or Canada, they usually don't deal with American customers. But if you use a VPN, you can get around that. But just be careful because, you know, if your VPN shows that you're in America, if you have like turned off by accident or whatever, they might pick up on that. And I wouldn't really put too much money on an exchange here because sometimes they'll like, I've heard of people their accounts suspended. My account has never been suspended, but I also don't keep too much on that exchange either. So just keep that in mind. I have heard of those stories. You might have heard some people say stories about that. But yeah, I'm just being, you know, as honest as I can with you guys, so that way nothing surprises you. There's another cryptocurrency exchange which I haven't heard problems with people getting their accounts suspended, and you don't need a VPN. They don't do KYC. Very easy to start trading with them, and that's WEEX Exchange. Click on WEEX Exchange. You can actually start trading with WEEX. I feel like that's the easiest one just for traders to get started with here is WEEX, and they have single stock futures as well as the cryptocurrencies, and they got oil too. If you want to trade oil, they got gold and silver as well. So these cryptocurrency exchanges are pretty cool exchanges to be trading with. So you can do your day trade. And of course, I also got my other links here. You know, if you join me here on YouTube, that's my YouTube channel, my TikTok channel. I got an Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for the Meet Damien channel here. Yeah, you have to check it out. And of course, you know, if you use those links for the exchanges there, you know, I get credited for referring you guys there. And I also do make a commission on every trade that you make. So that's one way to help me out without actually, I mean, if you're going to be trading anyways, you might as well just trade using my referral link, and it does help me out with the commission and the referral bonus. Bonake says, ignore me, how much did I make today? Well, that's kind of like my business, huh? Like, how much did you make today? I can tell you one of my trades is I'm shorting Solana right now. And I'm up $24 on that trade. Let's see. Solana is, I got in at $82, it's at 81 bucks. I'm using 20x leverage on the short there. Okay. So that's over on MEXC Exchange. I'm also long in oil right now on KCEX Exchange. But I really don't need to tell you how much money I made. I mean, you can look at some videos that I made so far, you know. You guys want to get the P&L videos and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and just refresh. But I got into a monster long in oil, where I had like 10 contracts of oil. And I made like $1,100 back in March here, early March 1st.
Let's get down.
So you can look at that if you want the fun and excitement there. I also probably did, I think I did like a P&L video where I was up like 100% for the month. So I think that's more important, like not what you make in one day, but like, can you keep it? Can you actually make that money and hold on to it for like the next week or the next month? And I'm just waiting for this thing to load up here, but there is a P&L video buried somewhere. I'm pretty sure I did that like a month ago, but yeah, there's the P&L video right there. So you know, there's today's P&L up 35%, up 96% for the month. Not everything's gonna be green all the time. That week, I was only down 2% for the week at that moment in time. So there you go. And of course, I hid the balance of my account there. You guys don't need to know that. That's between me and the banks. Yeah, that's how I know you're new to trading, when you ask somebody how much they made today. But it's like, you know, some days you're not always going to be making a lot of money. Sometimes you're waiting for a trade to play out, you know. Like for the oil trade, I'm waiting for the oil trade. I'm waiting for the next leg up. But if we go down, then my stop loss is going to protect me from losing money. So, you know, it happens, you know, one way or the other. Either oil is going to go up and I make more money, or oil is going to go down and I get stopped out and I don't lose money, or I don't lose too much money. And I already showed you I'm in profit on my Solana short, so I'm just waiting for that to play out. But, you know, let's just say, you know, things do play out on my Solana short, right? Right now I'm up like $29 on that Solana short, 20x short, right? And Solana's only down $1, right? On the short, it's only down $1. I'm up like 30 bucks. So let's just see. If I was to take profit at $75, which is what I'm aiming for, let's see what the numbers are for that. I'll be up 178%, and I'll be making $183 on that one trade alone. And if Solana does go up to 83 bucks here, I'll be down 23%. I'll lose 24 bucks. I put that stop loss basically at the high. So basically, Solana has to go back up to where it was earlier today for me to get stopped out and lose 24 bucks. But I don't know. I see the Solana trade is kind of playing out here. Oh, let me go back. I might move the stop loss to break even. 5-minute chart, we see Solana is red, and you can see my stop loss up at 83 bucks here. So I got plenty of room to not get stopped out, and my entry was at 82 bucks here. So I'm gonna leave that stop loss alone. What I should be looking for is where are potential bounce zones where I could possibly take some profit on my Solana short, right? So let's get back into the Solana chat here. I'm going to turn on the moving averages. So I am targeting $75, but that could be wishful thinking. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. On the 1 hour chart, we do got a 50 moving average that can provide support at $80. That's only $1 away from where we are right now. On the 4 hour chart, we do got a 21 EMA that can provide some support at $80. So I think, you know, $80 could be a good fight, you know, between the Bulls and the Bears, where the Bulls might try to take a shot at $80 here, and the Bears are going to try to push it below $80. So that could be a take profit area, partial take profit. Anything else I want to see here? Maybe if I pull up the VRVP indicator, which is another indicator that I like to use. This green and red indicator off to the right. I don't really see. I mean, the value area low is right at $81, kind of like right where we're at right now. And I mean, there's some volume here at $80. There's some more volume here at like $70, $79. So yeah, 78, 79 could be where I could take some more profit. $80 could be another area where I take some profit. But I'm also aiming for $75 to see if I can get the full take profit on this move here. And why do I have $75 here? Well, you know, just looking back in history, I got to go into like the weekly chart here. But Solana did have some sideways trading action here in December of 2023 at $74 here. So that's one reason why I'm targeting $74. I would love this. I would love to see Solana go down to $57 and I'll make a shit ton of money on that short. But I don't think that's, you know, maybe I could take 90% of my profits at $74 or $75, and then I could leave like 10% in just in case we drop down to $57 and have like a little bit of a runner take me down to $57 here, where Solana was trading at back in November of 2023. But yeah, it's an idea. It's an idea where I could just take full profit at $74 and look for another trade. That's if I'm fully convinced if Solana's going to break past $74 and head down to 57. I think you will see support. You'll see a fight from the Bulls at like $74 to $76 here. Let's see. Nani says Dogecoin. Ouch! You remembered it was at $20 or 20 cents, I should say. And that says, what's my take profit for the Solana long term, like 2 to 3 years? I would love to buy Solana at $40 or $50, and I think we could get back up to like $295, $300 like we saw last year, and maybe we can actually stay there for more than one day. So if you buy Solana at $40 and it goes up to like $300, I mean I have to get out the calculator here real quick here. For like 300, and you're getting it for like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. But you're gonna get it for like $40 here. That's like a 7x on Solana right there. Buy it at 40, sell it at 300. I think a lot of people would love to get a 7x, right? Me myself, I bought Solana after FTX went bankrupt. I was waiting for something bad to happen around that time, and FTX was it. I was like, bingo, and I bought Solana at like 13, 16, 19, $20. I had like over 300 Solanas at the time, and I kept on accumulating. And the last major purchase of Solana was like, and for me it was like October of 2023 when Solana was at $33, and then like a few months later, in like March of 2024, Solana went to $200, and I sold a little bit of Solana around that time. And then I just kept on selling Solana above $200 because I already had a 10x on that one. Yanani says, you like SMCI, it's in range here. You could be wrong though. And then Yanani says, Tesla stock chart looks not so nice either. Yeah, I was looking at Tesla the other day. It looks like Tesla's starting to go into like a bear market. I don't know why. You would think, like, you know, with high oil prices, isn't that like the reason why the Tesla bros say you should be switching over to electric. You save some money on gas or whatever, but I guess you can't really save money on gas because, you know, or save money on gasoline because those electric cars are powered by electricity, but the electricity is powered by natural gas, and natural gas is going up in price because of the war in the Middle East. So it's like, did you really save yourself money? You're saving the planet, but are you saving yourself some money there? Hey, I see Ozzy, the crypto goats in the chat here. Ozzy says, thanks for the invite. Guys, let me show you another TikToker here. He's trying to build up his presence on YouTube, but he's also on TikTok, and that's, you know, where he got most of his followers from. But we got Ozzy, the crypto goat, on the Mate Gaming channel here, and there he is right there. If you guys want to talk and follow another guy that talks about crypto, there you go. He literally has crypto in his name. Ozzy, the crypto goat, with 9,000 followers here. Go ahead and give him a look. You know, see his content. He's been trying to do some more live streams here, and check out his content, his videos. They're very interesting and entertaining content here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yes, Ozzy, I am in Costa Rica right now. Let me see if I can flip the camera here. Yep, here I am. See some of the tropical trees in the background there. But yeah, this is my workspace here. There was a girl here earlier that was working in the same workspace as me. Yeah, you can see some of the palm trees over there. Pretty cool, huh? Here in Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica, where I've been doing my live streams at. I'm actually here for 3 months, enjoying those Solana profits, right? Buying Solana at 20 bucks and selling it for 200 bucks, getting that 10x. I get to go to Costa Rica for 3 months. All right, let's go back to the charts here. All right, that was my little humble brag. Oh, you're about to move out of the country too, Ozzy? Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, explore the world. It's a big world out there. Plus, you know, things seem to be getting dangerous. You know, I feel like Donald Trump is creating so many enemies, including our own allies, and somebody might try to do something to America because of that. But, you know, I know we also have a pretty strong military and a lot of good people there to try to protect the country, but it's like, you know, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, okay, yeah, and also that if it's not like, you know, another country that wants to attack America, then you're also getting attacked by your wallet, by the U.S. government taxing you. So moving out of the country seems like a good idea too, just to avoid some of the taxes. But you still got to pay federal taxes, so. I think some people go to like Puerto Rico because they don't have state income. You can avoid state income taxes there. And then I don't know the taxation rules, but Puerto Rico, do you have to pay federal taxes? Because it's not a state. But I don't know. I have to look that up. But yeah, I mean, you could get for most Airbnbs for a month in San Jose. You can get an Airbnb for like $800, $900 a month, which is relatively cheap for a lot of people. And that's if you want something decent. You could probably find something a little bit cheaper for like $500, $600 a month, right? And then if you want to live a life of luxury out here, you could actually spend like $1,500 a month. Have a nice luxury, you know, condominium spot here in Costa Rica. Well, at least in San Jose. And then if you were to like try to go to the coastal towns, they actually are more expensive than San Jose. Like San Jose has more options for cheaper Airbnbs. When you look for Airbnbs and like let's say like Manuel Antonio or Paco or Limon or something like that, you're gonna spend at least $1,000 a month just for something decent, and then you'll spend like maybe like $1,200 or $1,500 for something better. You can even spend like $2,000. But of course, the more money you spend, the nicer it's gonna be. But to find like a really cheap Airbnb in one of those beach towns, it's like maybe you can find something for like $800 a month. and I don't think it's cheaper than that for the month. That's if you're trying to be out here for a month. Ozzy's trying to look at something in the Philippines. Okay. And we got Jay in the chat and Kitty Kush in the YouTube chat. Kitty Kush, I'm a little bit curious myself if Donald Trump is going to send Iran to the Stone Age, because he literally said that if they don't do a ceasefire, that's what they're going to do. But from what I understand, from what I've been reading and hearing, like Iran, you know, why would they do a ceasefire? Think about it for a second. Why would they do a ceasefire and let America send more troops and send more supplies without getting attacked? They're going to attack them right now while America's trying to send more troops and more supplies over there. You know, they don't want a ceasefire. They want an end to the war, and they want reparations, and they want to keep their nuclear material. And it's just both sides are not in agreement with each other, and I think that's why we're going to see more bad things later on this week, starting tomorrow, I guess, because that's what Donald Trump said. It's going to be power plant day, where they're going to go after power plants and bridges, which, from what I understand, is kind of that's supposed to be a war crime. So Donald Trump is saying that he's going to commit war crimes in Iran. So I don't know much about that. I don't know if that's a good thing to be doing. All you can do is piss off the people in Iran. That's not how you win the hearts and minds of the people over there to be on your side and be on your cause. And Iran will still have a military that's going to be launching rockets and drones and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how power plants, unless the power plant is connected to, like, you know, a drone factory or a missile factory, I'm not sure how blowing up a power plant is going to help anybody. In my opinion, what they need to do that they don't want to do, but I think the answer that's going to have the least amount of casualties but really shake up Iran is if they destroy the oil facilities in the island of Karg. Not try to capture it, not try to like hold it hostage, but actually if they blew it up, it would send the oil price to $200. It would probably give me an early retirement on my oil longs. I don't want to see that, but you know, that's probably what they need to do. And then after they do that, I mean, Iran economy will collapse, and then they have to come to the negotiating table, or else they'll have a military coup, and the people will revolt because no one's getting paid, and yeah. But that would also hurt the United States and the rest of the world, because you'll have $200 barrel oil if that's the case. Yeah, Yanani says oil will hit $300 if that happens. Yeah, it probably would. But that would bring a quick end to the war if that's what Donald Trump wants to do. Because then they won't have any money to buy anything. They won't have any money to pay their troops. They won't have any money to buy weapons and build more weapons. That would destroy their economy for sure. Oh, we got Rich in the chat. And Jay says Taco Tuesday. Yeah. So like, is Trump even gonna like? Are we even gonna blow up power plants and stuff like that tomorrow? Because, you know, Trump might just say, "Hey, we're gonna do another deadline. We're gonna push back the deadline." I don't know. I don't want the oil to blow up, but like, hey, I mean, how else do you get them to open up the Strait of Hormuz and actually come to the negotiating table? Because if you try capturing the oil facilities, they're just going to launch missiles and drones at whoever the Marines and troops are at on the island. So you can't take over the island because you'll become a target yourself. And then what else do you do? I mean, you send troops over near the Strait of Hormuz, but then they'll become targets themselves. I mean, the next best thing, I'm not trying to run for president or anything like that, but the next best thing, if you don't want to blow up the oil facilities over in, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for YouTube saying all this talk, but yeah, there's like wartime channels talking about this stuff all the time. But if you're not going to attack Karg Island, then why not do a blockade and prevent Iran from sending their ships out of the Strait of Hormuz? Because they're preventing the other ships from getting out of the Strait of Hormuz. Why not do a naval blockade around Oman and in Iran near the Strait of Hormuz and prevent the Iranian ships from going to China or India or Pakistan or wherever they're going. That would also send oil prices higher, so it's still not a good choice, but at least no one's getting killed and nothing's getting blown up unless they try to run the blockade. Alright, Yanati says, why is Toyota making electric cars in America starting this year? Japan knows little. I don't know. That's a good question. Probably because they had to do a deal with Trump. That's probably why they had to start building electric cars in America. Alright. Yeah, Rich, I'm just, thinking from what I can logically think what could get Iran to the negotiating table without killing and without blowing stuff up would be a naval blockade. See, I don't know. I just said that K word now. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble with TikTok and YouTube for saying that. Anyways, did we have any more requests? I was going to try to make this a short live stream, guys, because my cousin from the United States, she's a flight attendant. She's actually here for like an 18-hour layover. I was going to head over to her hotel and hang out with her for a little bit. She has, they put her up in a nice hotel. Her hotel has a pool with a swim-up bar. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say unalive. I gotta get used to saying unalive, yeah. Jay wants to take a look at VG. Alright, we'll take a look at the VG. And just out of curiosity, Rich, what kind of trades are you in right now? I'm long in oil and shorting Solana. I think I already mentioned that, but I don't know if you've got into any other trades today. VG, I believe that's Venture Global. It's on the New York Stock Exchange. Let's get to the daily chart here. VG, currently trading at $15.94, up 8% today, having a decent day. Oh, it's related to oil and gas pipeline. Okay, so that makes sense. It seems like the only way to make money is to be buying and selling oil these days. The price of oil going up is just bad for business for everybody except the oil companies. Even if you're not buying oil like the airlines and cruise ships are having to do every day, every week. The fact that oil prices are going up hurts everybody in the pocket. It hurts all your customers. So most businesses are gonna suffer from high inflation if oil prices continue going up. Anyways, let's see. We got VG currently trading at $15.94. And we hit the 21 EMA, this white line here, for support. That's good to see. It looks like he's trying to use it as support right now. And this thing looks like it's been going up and to the right, ever since the middle of December here. Where would I want to draw a Fibonacci on this one. I think I might draw from like right over here. Looks like we had a swing, a higher low here on February 17th at $8.55. So if my buddy Trade Intuitions in the chat are watching this, I'm going to draw the Fibonacci the wrong way, but I got to do this that way I can get the Fibonacci extensions to the upside. So that's why I'm doing Fibonacci this way. I measured from 1770, which I think was the high. Oh, no, wait, no, it was actually 1750. Yeah. So I measured from the high here at 1750 to the low at 856 here. And we got a Fibonacci extension target to the upside. Looks like 1985 should be the next target to the upside. And if we continue to be bullish, we got $22.92 is your 1618 Fibonacci extension to the upside. Looks like we've already came down to the 618 golden pocket here to get some support, and that's also where the 21 EMA is at too. So we came down to $14.22, and that's where your 618 is at, 1405. So we already did the retracement to the golden pocket. We got support off the 21 EMA. And I believe this thing wants to now head up to higher prices. We're actually kind of hanging out near the 786 retracement, a little bit above that. I think next target to the upside is just going to be back to 17 bucks all over again for VG. Let's see, do we got the momentum to do that? Looking at the momentum indicators, the MACD. Ooh, this is interesting. So yeah, the MACD cross to the downside and selling pressure showing up. I think that was, you know, from the retracement that we got here over the last few days here. Okay, so that's showing up on the charts here. I'm not seeing anything that's showing up. Oh, I didn't do that. I'm not seeing anything that's showing that we're gonna start reversing up to higher prices here. At least not in the daily time frame. It's not showing up here on the MACD. But that green candle shows that we should start seeing higher prices. And then on the money flow, you got a red sell dot that showed up was that last week? No, 2 weeks ago, Wednesday, March 25th. And you don't have a green buy dot showing up just yet. You would expect the next dot to be green buy dot, but you just don't know when that's going to happen. I'll tell you what, if you go up another 8% like tomorrow, maybe you see that green buy dot come in tomorrow. So it's a little bit risky to just like long it right now, especially the top of a green candle. And maybe wait for a little bit of a pullback down to like 15 bucks maybe. Try to enter the long or add to your position, whatever you're trying to do here. And then put your stop loss below candlewick low here at $14.22. If you don't get stopped out, that means you're still in the trade, and maybe you might see 17 bucks or even 19 bucks at some point here. That's what I would do if I wanted to play along here on VG. All right, Rich says no more trades right now. Your short got stopped out after you went to bed. If we lose 69,150, we could dump to the GP. Okay. Let's go back to looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently trading at 69,196. So you said you got stopped out. Or no, you were saying if we lose 69,150, we could dump. Okay. We're on the daily time frame here for Bitcoin. If we were to dump, I would expect initially Bitcoin to dump down to 67K. Has been an area where we got support, resistance on daily candles here. Then of course we know 65K was an area that Bitcoin was respecting for support here. So, you know, 67K, if that breaks, then 65K. If that breaks, then I think we're going to head to 63K. When we do go down to 63K, we do not stay there for too long. We don't even stay there for 1 day before buyers show up and start, you know, bidding up the prices on Bitcoin. So I think 63K is going to be a strong support area that we would have to break through in order for us to see lower prices. You know, before we can see like 50K, we gotta break below 63K. But yeah, Bitcoin been ping-ponging up and down, up and down, up and down, making higher highs, believe it or not. However, we haven't really made a higher high for a while now. Last higher high on the daily time frame was 76K on March 17th. And now what I'm seeing here is that now we're making lower highs here on Bitcoin. Ugh. Let's get into the trading time frames. We'll go into the 1 hour time frame, see what Bitcoin could possibly do here. I think last time we looked at the RSI, we saw bearish divergence, just regular plain vanilla bearish divergence. Yeah, you are making, well, you got extremely high here in the 80s last night, and then make another lower high here early this morning, and another lower high, and now you're just cratering, falling apart here. And then here on the MACD on the 1 hour time frame, you got your MACD crossover to the downside. That happened at 10 a.m. Not sure what time zone for you, but at 10 a.m. in this time zone here, Costa Rica. And yeah, since then, all throughout the afternoon, selling pressure has been showing up here. But I do think Bitcoin wants to continue down. It looks like it's about to continue down and do a nosedive, actually. We do a nosedive to the moving averages below us. We got the moving averages below us at 67K. I did mention that 67K was an area to look out for. And we were trading sideways here, you know, throughout the weekend at 67K before we got that, you know, mad dash up to higher prices here. And I'm not sure what that was all about. I think, you know, we were talking about a possible ceasefire deal, or Donald Trump was talking about a ceasefire deal. And I feel like Donald Trump is just negotiating with himself. And then Iran says, yeah, we don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. And then they say no to whatever Donald Trump is hoping to do. And then, you know, once the markets find out, like, oh, Iran's not actually going to go along with Donald Trump's plan to end the war. Okay, and then we get the dump. So I think we could probably head down to 67K here all over again here, guys. And we'll look at the 50-minute time frame, see what that looks like. For the day traders out there, the 50-minute time frame, there are some moving averages that you can use to take partial profit on your short. If you're shorting Bitcoin right now, you can probably take some partial profit at the 100 moving average at 68,600, and then also the 200 moving average at 68,200. Don't be surprised if we drop down there and we go sideways, make a bear flag, and then go drop down again, down to 68,200, and then go sideways. Okay? Don't be surprised if we do something like that using the moving averages here. Let's see, Yanani says, who do I believe? Keep your hedge. I believe the charts in the market, and I believe that the markets will look past whatever BS Donald Trump tries to say or do. Because, you know, you can talk about ceasefires and peace talks all you want, but we all know no one's going through the Strait of Hormuz unless they pay Iran $2 million. And if it's a U.S. or Israeli oil taker, forget about it. I don't think they'll take any of our money, no matter how much money. Well, maybe if you did, like, you know, the price of the ship itself. But then who's going to pay the price of the ship itself just to move some barrels of oil here? So the markets know that the Strait of Hormuz is it's not closed, it's restricted, right? And we're not going to see higher prices for our stocks and our crypto because the Strait of Hormuz is closed down, restricted. We will probably see higher prices for oil because of the restrictions of oil trying to get out of there. That's why I'm long in oil myself. Let's go back. WTI is looking pretty nice here. Got a nice uptrend here in the 50-minute time frame. Up and to the right, up and to the right. Yeah, guys, I am long in oil, and I'm shorting Solana right now. Was the one that I chose to be my victim for today. And I'm up about 48 bucks on, up 46% on a Solana 20x short here on MEXC Exchange. And that looks very beautiful for a short, huh? Just nose diving down on the 5-minute time frame here. But guys, I'm going to go try to hang out with my cousin. Who knows, maybe I might do a bonus live stream where I do a live stream from the hotel. Or while we're, like, you know, if we're going to go walk around the city here in San Jose, maybe I do a live stream on the phone. I'll probably do it on TikTok if you guys want to catch me again at the next live stream. I don't know, maybe I might do it on YouTube. But I got to see more show up on the YouTube live streams for me to, like, justify doing a, you know, a live stream on the phone with YouTube. But I appreciate you guys showing up here for me, checking out the charts here, looking at the stocks and cryptos and figuring out where the prices might go next. Try our best. Nothing's guaranteed, but I do like spotting trends, and I think the trend is higher prices for oil as of now, and then the trend is going to be lower prices for crypto. And yeah, guys, thank you for following me. Don't forget to follow and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Got to put that out there. And we'll plan on doing another live streams tomorrow. I did a little bit earlier than I plan on doing because I wanted to go meet up with my cousin, my girl cousin. But yeah, let's plan on 6 p.m. Mountain Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Time for tomorrow for the live stream on the computer. And I don't know if I'm gonna actually do a morning afternoon stream. But if I do, you'll see me on TikTok, you know, around like 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So you might see me 2 days. You might see me twice tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, let's plan on doing the night stream tomorrow around this time, maybe a little bit later. Take care. Good luck trading and investing in whatever asset you get into, guys. And be on the lookout if I do a bonus stream. I might do a bonus stream at the hotel later on tonight. Take care, guys.